Dgenz Crypto Weekly with Frens, episode 57 is coming right up.
Everyone smile. Terry's got the magic touch, showing shit cause that are much to be desired and loved, like teddy bears and hugs. We collect them all, no dumping. Anyone tell me when they're pumping? Do what you want. Oh yeah. Do what you want. Oh yeah. Whatever you do, it's on you. Oh yeah. Whatever you do, it's on you. Dreaming of Crypto Weekly. Needing those gains so quickly. Oh yeah. Let's break through the chains and justice get the reins. Dreaming of Crypto Weekly. Oh yeah.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to another edition of Dgenz Crypto Weekly with Frens, episode 57. How's everyone doing? Welcome to, what is it, October 24th. Jesus, time flies so quickly, especially with, me doing the daily stream now. And so, feels like time is flying so much quicker than normal. How's everyone doing? How's Terry doing? I see Terry's here. What's going on, Terry?
Oh, good morning. I don't know. I'm in that kind of bah humbug mood, actually. I'm looking at a lot of the meme coins and stuff, and we do have a couple runners this morning, but I just kind of feel like it's all going to zero anyway.
Yeah, it's just it's really difficult to be positive all the time, right? We spent 2.5 years in bear market, and being positive in the bear markets is very difficult, and then trying to be very, very positive in like the precipice seems like the precipice of a bull market, and it's like we don't get any indication, and it's like, how do we adjust and how do we stay positive? And it's honestly, I feel like it's like the crypto Olympics for sentiment. If you can withstand all of this, you should get a medal, really. Like, you should get an award, a trophy, a street named after you, because it's not easy on everybody's psyche and your soul, really. We had Stylist in here earlier, but she's out. Terry, did she pay her bill? Like, I know she paid her bill last month, but what about this month?
Yeah, I'm not tracking that. That's not my department. So yeah, I don't know. It's like her connection.
I gotta ask her, like, what? She was here and then she's gone, and then do we lose her forever? Hopefully everything's okay. Nevertheless, I'm sure she'll come by and say, the funniest things in the world. But so, how's everyone feeling about crypto these days? It seems like that we are, waiting for this bull run. We're waiting patiently. We are expecting this 4-year cycle to start at any moment. But every day it looks like it's gonna do it, and then it's not gonna do it. It's in between everything, and so we'll get into that in a second. Well, I'm sure we're gonna get into shitcoins. Terry's gonna give us a few setups along the way. I'm gonna take a look at some Polidify tokens. We talked about this in the daily stream. I'm gonna go over them again because I think they're important. We'll look at the news as well, but normally we have a conversation with the stylist at this point. We ask her like things like, have you been drained recently? Have you been scammed? Usually it's a no, but sometimes it's a yes. So we'll talk about that if that happens. But hopefully she joins us. But in the meantime, let's go over some order of business. So if you haven't had a chance to follow us on Twitter, this is a good opportunity to do that now. Click on this link. You'll go into our Discord and into our community. We have really interesting and fun looking NFTs as part of our collection. We have Dgenz boys, we have Dgenz girls, we have radiated boys, and lastly we have Dgenz pharaohs, which came on board many years ago. We don't have any utility for them yet. I know we wanted to have some utility, but you know how things are in the NFT world. They're very fluid, So, we are going through a whole bunch of things internally, including an art upgrade for our Dgenz boys, which we'll be releasing hopefully in the next, I don't want to give you guys a timeline, but maybe 2-3 months. Depends how everything finalizes. But it's going to be a fun activity for everyone. So stay tuned for that. As well, if you are interested in interacting with the stream, this is how you do that right now. You go into the bottom right corner and say whatever you want. Like, amazing stream. Oops. As always. Just like that. All right, so we did that. The other thing we actually did is we launched our apparel store, a crypto apparel store on Etsy. And it's actually right here. I think it's cool. I think I would wear it. Actually, I don't think, I know I'm going to wear it because I'm wearing one shirt right now. I'm wearing the Plan B shirt, and it looks like, hold on, let me show you. It looks like this. That's basically me in that body, but not in that body, but you know what I mean. I have it on me right now. It fits perfectly and it's stretchy. It feels like it can withstand some damage. It's shipped to Canada within a week from California. So like, it's quick and easy. I know it says $36 in Canadian, but it's like, you know, our dollar is worthless. So whatever the exchange is there. We have lots of designs. And we're working through a lot of designs right now. I personally like the God candle as well. I'm going to probably look at that as my next order. Boss is cool. This one rocks, I think. Eat, sleep, GM, repeat.
Oh,
So we're working. Oh, there she is. She was definitely traveling on a truck somewhere.
Yeah, I was just tracked in the beginning by my phone, so it needed.
It's quite shocking. It's really like I never knew you're gonna be rugged ever again. Seriously. Like I was telling Terry, did she pay her bill? I'm like, do I need to send you money for the bill? Please. I will give you money just so you don't get rugged. Let's go.
Charles, this is actually not a joke anymore. It might be my reality. So yeah, no, I paid bill. It's okay. But yeah, I'm here. It's all good. So you got your merch, right?
Yeah. Well, we don't call it merch anymore. We call it apparel. All right, because merch is for people that are like garage bands and like what is it? What is it? Those poets. What are those poets called? A name escapes me, but they basically recite poems and they perform in front of people. Anyway, I'll remember. But anyways, but those people usually have merch, right? They sell like CDs and T-shirts that they made at home, and so that's not what we're gonna do. We're gonna sell apparel, right? And I really like. I'm wearing one right now. I was telling everybody like I'm wearing the Plan B shirt, and it's awesome. Like. It's absolutely awesome. Should I send you this one right here? The
Plan B?
No, this one right here. This one right here. Do you see it? Do you see this? The one on the screen? Do you like it in black?
I like it in black. Hey, I think that this one was definitely inspired by me. I have to ask Justin, but
yeah, I think honestly, it was you. Maybe we should get a shirt that says "Rug one more time." You know, get that on a T-shirt. You know,
baby one more time, right? And baby will be like Bitcoin.
Yeah. Oh my god, it's so funny. But there's so many other ones that I really like. You know, the Hodl Me was good. Solana Summer. You know, a lot of people like that. So, Crypto Millionaire, I like that one too, where it says estimated time never. What is it? Hold on. Estimated time soon. That's it. I like that one a lot. Yeah, there it is. Listen, I like the way they shipped it. I like the way it fits. I was worried about fit, honestly, and it fits great. So far so good. Only means we're gonna design a lot more shirts. Or we're going to get into the sweater and the hat game. It just means that this is a great start for something that we're going to do moving forward.
I want socks. I keep telling Injustice that we need socks.
Socks, yeah.
Like different colors. Socks.
Sweaters. Maybe we'll do some for Christmas. Some good Christmas slogans and you know.
Well, yeah, actually, he mentioned in our announcement it's going to be holiday collection because it's a great way to get something for your loved ones and to send it. So definitely holiday collection will be a good idea.
Yeah, I agree. It should be fun. Now the question is, which one do I order next? I have crypto over cash. I have Plan B. What else should I order? Maybe we'll just have to wait and see. So, Stylist, how you doing? besides the fact that you were rugged multiple times and you lost your phone in the toilet and the cat ran away with your phone and a whole bunch of other things happened. So how are you doing otherwise?
Well, the toilet you imagined, it was just just reboot. But yeah, I'm good. I'm good. I'm trying to stay afloat with all the truck. You know, I celebrated my daughter's birthday the whole week. Goddamn, 3 years old, whole week of celebrations, Disneyland, party here, party there, now Halloween celebrations. I don't even know how to keep up with this party person, you know?
So in
And she
Stylus,
wants
next
more.
year I'm turning 3. I'm turning 3 next year. So where's my trip to Disneyland and a week-long celebration? Hello? What's happening here? Why are
Well,
kids getting a week-long celebration? When I was 3 years old, I think I got maybe an hour from my parents.
yeah,
That's it.
yeah. Seriously, I don't know. I think I overreacted with planning Disneyland in. And oh my God, Disneyland was a horrible experience. Just a second to tell you, I should have invested it all in crypto. Like $206 per person to just walk in, $35 parking. Every single thing is no less than $30 there. It's like seriously a bank for the family to go to Disneyland. And they don't care if you have children, like they don't have that much of a discount. It's like a very, very small discount. The place is oversold. There is no chance you will do it all just because lines are for 1 hour at least. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Some things you have to book online in advance because otherwise you will not get there. For $200, you will not get on the rides that you want. It's just what the hell is going on, you know?
Yeah,
I
we
think
did the Disney World trip on the other side of the land.
Yeah,
It's the same thing, you know, like unless you have fast passes, it's really like,
yeah.
you know,
Without
a lot of
fast
walking, a
passes,
lot of waiting.
yeah, so much waiting. Without fast passes, it's absolute disaster. This is another expense too. But you know, Chart, I was thinking about it that this is how economic crisis looks actually. Disneyland is squeezing everything out of everyone. And you can tell that it wasn't the case like 10, 15 years ago. I was in Disneyland 15 years ago. It was much calmer and much more pleasant experience. And now it seems like you are just squeezed to pay more and more than to leave as much money. And you don't feel like you get enough for your money. And this is sad.
I think they got to build more stuff. So, you know, I know here, for example, in Canada's Wonderland, they keep building new things for people to do, and they're expanding, I guess, the land that they own. And it's good because at least people are not waiting an hour to get on a ride. It's more like, you know, 20 minutes to 30 minutes now. So it depends on how much more they can expend, you know. I've been to Disneyland and Disney World. It's the same thing, right? So unless you're going with kids that are like 8 years old, 10 years old, right? Going with a 3-year-old, honestly, it's like I'd rather watch my portfolio go down 80%. Like you have to understand the level of like anxiety that you get by walking like kilometers or miles and miles and miles, and you get basically nothing out of it. You know, get a good workout, you know, your feet hurt like crazy and you're starving by the time you finish and you're eating like $40 hamburgers. But you know, it's best used for people that are
Yeah, it's
taking their
definitely,
kids on those
I
things.
agree. It was a little bit too ambitious for 3-year-old. The only thing I planned only to take her to certain rides, you know, like Toontown was great. So no, she had fun, but yeah, it was like overpriced fun for sure, you know. So yeah, that was my week. Had lots of celebrations. We'll continue this week because it's Halloween. How's your house doing? Is it still crazy decorated? Did you win the award this year?
I did. I actually did. I didn't tell you, but yeah, of course, they left the award in my mailbox, and I was like, "Oh, look at that, another award,
God.
big deal, right?"
But
But
what
yeah,
is
we won
the
another award.
award? What is the award? Do they say you
It just says it's from a local municipal government, and they're giving awards for people that are participating in these, you know, festive times. So like if they're participating in decorating your house for Halloween, you get an award. So
That's
We
fun.
did again this year, and yeah, I mean, kids like it, kids enjoy it. They still want to decorate more. I'm like, guys, we have no room for any of your decorations, so chill out a little bit, you know.
That's
Honest to God,
hilarious.
we go to these stores. They're like, "Oh, we want this, we want that." I'm like, "No, no, no." The answer is no.
Just chill.
You got to
Yeah,
work
just
with what
chill.
you have. We got be creative, right?
No more
Um,
Frankenstein in the backyard. It's enough.
uh,
Enough of that.
yeah, yeah. They
All right,
want these
how's
bigger ones
market
now. That's the
doing?
problem. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
How's market doing?
Speaking of
I see that
speaking
you
of Frankenstein, you know, this is exactly what Bitcoin's doing. It's becoming a
really.
Frankenstein. Oh yeah, it doesn't know what he's doing. It's like walking into a wall. You know, I wish Bitcoin would find a lane and just go with it instead of going back and forth, trying to figure out something. I threw it up on our stream. That's the Bitcoin calendar, I guess you can call it that at this point. You can see, you know, what each month will give you. October obviously was supposed to be really, really bullish. So far, you know, outside of 2022, in terms of the green month, it's been the second worst month in 11 years. So, you know, it sucks. It absolutely sucks. But, you know, maybe we get a better November. I don't know. You know, we have 7 days left. Do we surge in the last 7 days? Yeah. I'm not going to be bearish. It doesn't mean that all of a sudden we're going to be, you know, minus 15 next month or whatever the case is. If you take a look at November overall, right? 2021, right, was the bull run year. So maybe there's an outlier there. Then, you know, 2022 is minus 16. All right. So post bull run, we have a regression in November. 2017 to 2018. 2018 is the post bull run year, minus 36, right? This 2014 was post bull run year, so plus 12. So it doesn't mean November has to be bearish, right? November can be actually quite bullish. If you could look at the previous years, 2016, right? Plus 5%. 2020, 42%. You know, 2012 would have been here, but we don't know what that is. So, you know, maybe there's something to be said about November. You know, maybe there is a whole bunch of, you know, bullish activity coming up that we wear. And so I have to stay positive, right? Looking at Bitcoin on the weekly, we have 3 days and 8 hours to close this weekly candle. It does not look bearish at all. Okay, so we started the week up here, right, at 69, but we went down to this level, right? So that's what the candle says. If we close above that, if we close at 69 in the next 3.5 days, that's super bullish, like mega bullish, right? Because it's creating a candle that says bulls are taking control of this week, and in fact, control is so much that initially it was bearish, and now it's overwhelmingly bullish. And I think that's what's going to happen coming up. I think in the next 3.5 days, we'll be telling exactly where we are. And if we close, again, anything above like 69, like, let's go. Absolutely, let's go. But until then, we wait. The good news is about them, like these EMAs here, okay, they're still healthy, right? They're separated. They're not crossing over. The crossover almost happened here, if you can see that. And the action was down here, then pump out of that. The weekly MACD, let's see what that looks like. So it's still good, right? You see this momentum is shifting positively, right? We're going to probably get this extension. If we take a look at past bull run history, right? So the last bull run was here, up here, right? Do you see where we are now? Even if we're here, we still have a bit to go. All right. Which means even if we stop here on MACD, we can still end up 120. Which means this. So it goes up to here, stops and goes down. And that could be our bear market at that point and then go from there. But I'm not looking at that. I'm looking at, personally, I think it's going to get up to here again, right? And then come down. right? The other thing I like is I put some trend lines there. Okay, that means this action is eventually going to touch this line and then down. All right.
All right.
Does that make sense? Does that make sense?
It does. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm so excited.
If it makes sense to Installers, then it makes sense to everybody. So that's good.
Chad, you're so nice to me all the time.
No, I mean, listen, you speak for the everyday person, right? That's what I mean. I'm not saying you're stupid. I'm saying is for a person that doesn't understand charts, I'm trying to make it as simplified as possible, right? And so if you understand, then I think a lot of people that are watching this will understand. Well, that's my goal.
Right. Yeah, I think they will. I think it totally makes sense. It's just like, we all waiting for this. Charles, I have a question to you, like in general. Is there any chance that Bitcoin will never, ever make this like huge move? Is there any chance that we will never see out flying at all?
Impossible. Because again, there's 21 million available Bitcoins right now. The issue is people don't understand you can still get like micro fractions of a Bitcoin bought, right? So technically the supply is endless. Do you know what I mean? But to own a full Bitcoin is not. And that's the difference, right? So for example, if I own a Bitcoin and say we're in like 2100, year 2100, okay? All the Bitcoin has been mined. There's no available Bitcoin to be had except for people that own actual Bitcoin. You can still get a fraction of a Bitcoin bought from somebody. Somebody can sell you like 0.00001 Bitcoin at a certain rate, right? So you could technically have an infinite supply of Bitcoin to people, but to own an actual full Bitcoin is not. Do you understand what I mean by that?
Yeah.
And that's what I mean. Like at the end of the day, like, we will still have this massive surge because the demand for full Bitcoins is going to be super high, right? Because clearly everybody in the world now is investing into Bitcoin. Everybody from, big hedge funds to governments, right? To everyday crypto people, to anybody and everybody, right? Pretty soon AI is going to invest in Bitcoin, right? You'll have some AI agents buying Bitcoin. It's like, no, I'm just divesting from you guys. But the point I'm making is like eventually a supply crunch on Bitcoin, including on the exchanges too, right? Because people are going to be hoarding them. They're not going to allow them to be on exchanges. And so it's going to be a supply shock on exchanges too. And when that happens, there's going to be a huge interest in the price of Bitcoin will move faster. So yeah, I can definitely see it at $1 million per coin easily, but it's going to take some time, like probably 10 years, but we will get there. Now, the question is whatever other assets going to be out there. Is it going to be Ethereum, Solana, maybe some other chain that comes along, does everything? Chainlink, right? It's got massive use case as well. So that's going to be interesting to see moving forward. But I mean, when it comes to this bull run, yeah, we're going to definitely see it. Just now it's a waiting game. We spent so much time when you look at it from this perspective. We spent like 2 years, right? Like 2 years from this point, all the way down, all the way up. And then now we want to surge back to the next level. And I think honestly, we're here. Like, this here is an exaggerated version of this part right here. Okay. This is like the lead up. So this is the same kind of lead up. And then we're going to have this spike to 120. And it's going to be quick. And then this consolidation is going to probably take some time. So maybe like 2-3 months. And then we're going to get a down wave. And then we're going to get a confirmation wave and then down. Right? Similar to this, where this one just kept going up and made a high. Normally when you make a high, it's going to keep going to the next level. We never got to that. Right? We just made another high and then straight down. And that's really unusual. Right? So in this case, I think we're here. And we're soon to start, moving up to this next level. The next level, like I mentioned to you guys, is going to be probably like 110 to 120. So about here. Once we get to that level, it's going to taper. It's going to take maybe a couple months, and then we go from there. Alts will have to either go with it or be just a bit delayed, right? Because, Total 3 is ready to go. Like if you look at Total 3, which is the crypto cap of all altcoins, right? It's just ready to get sent again to, what I think it's going to be like 3 trillion. So this is, 1.2. I think we get to like up here. So what does Terry think? I really don't know what Terry thinks.
Yeah, me too.
I thought we lost it in Stylus there because her picture disappeared. I'm not sure. I think there's just a lot of indecision in the market right now. So I think that's probably affecting where we're going short term, right? I mean, it just seemed like price dropped. Price went down to like 49,000. People were like, oh my God, it's over. We're just gonna bleed out. And then it came back up, and they're all like, woo woo woo. And then it dipped a little bit again, and then people were like, oh, no October at all. Okay, just cancel it. And then it started going up, and everybody's all like excited again. So it's just been a whipsaw of emotions. I think people have been on the fence a little bit, but they probably need to be on the fence a little bit more, in my opinion, because the social sentiment just seems to be swinging around so quickly recently. I am happy with the way that Bitcoin's acting, though, to be honest with you. It came up to that $69,000 pivot, which is a major weekly pivot. Got up above it a little bit and then came back down and then retested the 65.5 daily pivot, which I actually think is a little bit more important, a little bit more significant than the weekly pivot just below it. But it seemed to have bounced off that. I think right now that's what we're looking at. We're looking at that range between 65.5 and 69,000. But yeah, I mean, it's just gonna. I presume that this is going to be an accumulation band. We may get another dip lower. I'd be really happy to see that. I'd love to see a dip back to 59.5. Honestly, bring my estimate up a little bit from that 57, 58 area. I would love to see a dip down to like 59.5. Back in the major band that we had between the two SR bands we had previously before a move up. I just think that'd be real healthy. Wash a bunch of people out.
Well, Terry the Bear strikes again, everyone. You can thank him for all the bearish news. I'm just kidding. You have to play both sides. I know.
Terry the Bear.
That's why my PSP was boo boo for a while there, because I'm just a little bear, right? I just feel like cautionary.
Little bear.
It's not like I want things to go to hell. I just want a few people to get scared and be liquidated and stuff. It just markets feed on liquidity. I think it wants to grab a little bit more before it heads back up. If it doesn't, see, if it starts to head up now, I'm just a little concerned that that's not really maintainable, right? Like I said, I'd like to see just a little bit more of a dip before they head up, before action starts to head up, to just make it more healthy and sustainable. That's what I want.
Terry just wants a little more dip, just a little bit.
More honey. I think he wants more honey. That's
wants
exactly what he wants. He wants to dip his finger into honey.
Charge up. Yeah, you need to charge up. Terry the Bear. when we say Terry the Bear, I literally want to give him a hug. Maybe I should drive up north to Terry the Bear.
Speaking of bears, I think we should find him a forever okay bear and send it to him. I'm probably going to do something like that. And I got to figure out what that is. Yeah.
Terry has the idea what he's doing there. But yeah.
He's the only one that probably doesn't have a bear without.
Yeah. I don't know if I still have a bear because I'm not sure.
You know what? You have a lot more than a bear. I don't want to get into it, but I'm sure you get a lot more than a bear. But you were saying?
I was saying that I forgot what I was saying. I wanted to ask you about what are the good news in the market? Do you follow? Like, what are other indicators that we are getting closer to our goals? Because
So
I'm like looking not only at charts, obviously, I'm looking at news, seeing like big companies getting more and more invested, and these are my confirmations that things are
exactly, and
doing
that's
well.
my thinking. Like that's why I was saying. Like I easily see Bitcoin getting to $1 million eventually, because I think it's a race to that level, right? People that are on the sidelines are going to probably miss out on a lot of these gains in the future. So they're just definitely wanted to be ahead of everyone else, right? And so, like, even looking at, for example, the dominance on Tether, right? It's just going to drop any minute now. Like, I have it on the stream right now, and this price action is going to just get south really quickly, like any day now. And once it does, crypto is going to go the opposite way. And we follow this chart religiously because it is almost like a leading indicator into what happens in the future. We saw the bottom of this chart represented the top of the market, right, in 2021. So whenever we had that bottom in March 2021, that was the first top of the market. And then we had the second top of the market right here. And then that's what accelerated Tether dominance, which means everybody was swapping back into Tether. And, we're going to do that same thing with, future price action. We're going to make sure that when it gets down to here, right, we'll be ahead of it, which means if it drops down here, it settles, we'll let you guys all know what the top looks like and when we should be scaling out, right? Because it's going to come and it's going to take a while, but this took months, but we will know. We'll be ahead of the game. And so that's one of the indicators we watch. The other one's total 3, like we discussed. This is the total market cap of all crypto. That doesn't include ETH or Bitcoin, right? So this chart right here is going to eventually probably go to 3 trillion, as long as no more meme coins are being included. Yeah, it's going to get to 3 trillion. That means that much capital is going to enter the market pretty soon. And we need a catalyst. We need something to be excited about. And I think Bitcoin reaching probably 100,000 is going to be one of them. But by the time we get to 100,000, I think this is going to be here, right? And then retail is going to take over and it's going to take us to the next level, right? So we are way early, right? We're getting the maximum gain possible from this by being there. And when retail takes over, they're going to be up here. Sure, they can probably get maybe 100%, but they're not getting what we're getting, which is like 10x, 20x, 50x, sometimes even 1,000x. So, we have the benefit of being very, very early, way ahead of the game, And personally speaking, I didn't hear my barber ask me about Shiba Inu yet. So I think we're way early. But believe me, as soon as he asked me about either Shiba or Bonk or anybody else, I will let you know. I'll say, guys, it's over. I've been asked about Shiba Inu. So.
We're there yet. Chart, actually about the barber. It's not exactly barber, but my dad loves to listen to Russian TV. It's like his outlet. And now because we are close, I'm like listening to Russian TV more than I should at times. And they keep talking about Bitcoin reaching 100 in the end of the year. So that makes me think, first of all, that Russia is also kind of ahead because they use crypto much more than anyone right now, because it's their way to exchange money internationally. But also, they give it, this information goes to masses, and this is where propaganda goes. And propaganda about crypto goes to Russian people right now, right? So they talk about this a lot. And I was like, wow, this is interesting. It's like, this is where you think that the kind of normal people are into this. What do you think about this?
I think you're bang on. I think it's funny because every time I hear Russia's banning crypto, or when China says we're banning crypto, I laugh because they've used that excuse 1,000 times already. Because we know fully that they're actually using crypto. My first ever exchange that I used for interacting, buying Bitcoin, selling, trading, whatever, was a Russian-based crypto exchange. And Russia has been on the forefront of Bitcoin. They obviously have cheap energy, right? So they're mining it. They're definitely mining all kinds of proof of work blockchains. So I think,
Not only that, now they don't have any other ways to exchange money, to send money. You have no Western Unions, MoneyGrams, and whatever, and those are very, very expensive comparing to just transfer Solana. So this is what I was doing to my Russian friends. We still exchange money from time to time, and it's easier, better, faster, and for them
Isn't that
it's
crazy?
so easy. It's very easy, and it's like for them it's very easy to take this money out. This is another thing. They take this money out like in a second. It's cash for them.
And this is why we always talk about, like, for North America, right? Either you're going to complement the rest of the world in how they adopt crypto, or you're going to be left behind, right? Because the rest of the world is just keeps going. The Middle East is taking on crypto headstrong. I know Russia is definitely doing it. I know Southeast Asia is definitely doing it. Korea is all about it. Japan was all about it like years ago. So like the world is moving on, whether North America wants it or not, right? Or Europe, right? They don't care about Europe. They go, listen, you can do your thing. We're going to make sure that crypto is a part of our lives because it removes intermediaries. Like we don't have to have somebody exchanging the money for us. All we really need is either a bank account if we want fiat, or we actually self-custody. Like give you an example. Now that we have like this robust world of stable coins, why do I need to keep my money in a bank? I actually made that distinction in our stream today. I said, so Brad Garlinghouse, he ended up being blackballed by Citibank and said he's not going to have any more his account because he's using crypto. It's like, you know what? How about a fuck you to you? How about I'm going to take all my money and put it in a ledger or a offline wallet, in a cold wallet, right? And it's going to be all in stable coins. And guess what? I can exchange it one for one at any time, at any point. And I think the world of stable coins allows this to happen. So now the risk is being removed from having crypto in general, right? Because before we didn't have stable coins. And that was the biggest hurdle because like, why would I hold on to Bitcoin when it's going to go down 10% tomorrow, right? I need some stability. And so having these issuers of stablecoin is the most important thing that happened in crypto. So now, if I really want to have crypto, why do I have to have it in a bank, right? Why do I have to have it anywhere else? I can have it with myself. And, I'm sure that's going to be something that is going to be a part of everybody's world that doesn't have banking, right? It's not allowed to have banking.
Especially if you take into account that, especially if you take into account that in Europe, it's very common that you have to pay bank to keep your money there. So why would you do that, right?
Exactly. Everyone has fees. Like even my bank account has fees. Like why would I pay you to hold my money? Why don't I just take it myself? I mean, I trust you and you insure my money, but I could do the same thing with self-custody. We have tools out there that allow to be secure and safe. So why not? And I think as world is moving forward to that realm of self-custody and regulation, the North American people are going to be just left behind. But it's not like, there's no need for that. People are going to be asking for different solutions in crypto as we move forward in time. I know for a fact, because as more is being applied to everyday use, the more it's being integrated into social media platforms, into everyday shopping, experiences within games, whatever the case is, the more it's going to be all about that, And then the funny thing is, I think in general, people that are going to be using these applications, they're not going to even know that it's going to be on a blockchain. They'll just know I have a token, right? And they'll know how to use that token, but they won't know anything about the blockchain and how to use it. I think that's been evident in how I think, was it Phantom that started that? Where it's just one click and you get a wallet. You don't have to worry about your seed phrase or nothing like that. So it's trying to onboard more people by making it as easy as possible to obtain a wallet, to have access to the wallet, and be less technical, right?
Well, that's progress. That's how things work. I mean, there was a time when, in the United States, well, I guess in the world, that if you wanted an automobile, that was a hobby. Like you had to understand a lot about it. But now you really don't. You just either plug the thing in or you put the gas in it, you turn the key, and it goes. If you have a problem, you take it to somebody else. But most of the time, you don't have to deal with like all of the technicalities, right? You get in, you turn the key, you go someplace, right? It's that simple. That's what people want. That's what drives adoption, is that sort of simplicity.
Yeah, and it's the only way to actually get that done. It just be as simple as possible. That's why like platforms that are as user friendly as possible end up thriving. And for crypto to be onboarded onto everyday people, it needs to be as simple as possible. Like you and I are probably technical. We can understand how things work and how to do certain things, but not everyone's going to be as technical as us. Maybe the next generation is more technical. We don't know, right? But to onboard people with wealth, right? We have to be more seamless. And so I think that's going to be the challenge moving forward.
Well, I think that one of the reasons that we're more technically apt is that we had to be, and that was just part of the experience, right? Depending on when you onboarded, it was a very technical experience, confusing, frustrating. Oh man. So I think that was a big barrier to entry for a lot of people. Not so much the money, not even the perception that, it's a scam, this isn't real, whatever. But it's like, oh my God, this is just way too complicated for the average person.
Oh, exactly. Even the techie people. Like I had a friend a long time ago before I started crypto that I asked him like, hey, why don't we just get into crypto and start mining Bitcoin? And he was, oh, it's too much work, too much to set up. You got to know the code and all this other stuff. And he was not determined to do any of that. Of course, he regrets it now. But, techie people get like discouraged a bit because it just to onboard and to, understand how to do things. It is a learning curve, but, when you get there, it's fine. But a lot of people do not have the time or the patience to do that. And that's the problem. Like in Silas.
Yeah, I see in Silas, she must be practicing for the Halloween episode where she's just going to like pop in and pop out.
Yeah, I think she's the ghost.
I'm the ghost. Well, basically, StreamYard just told me that something went wrong and I had to disconnect.
Yeah, your phone got overheated. That's what it is. Toss it into the toilet again. And
Oh,
cool
hold
it off.
on. Is it real? Because it said it to me before that it's too hot to use. I was like,
Yeah,
why are
actually,
you
because it's streaming, right? So it's usually a lot of bandwidth and processing power. And it's happened to
I've
my phone
never
before where it was like hot. I was like, oh my God, I didn't know that. But yeah, toss it in the pool, cool it off a bit.
Okay, I'm about to do that. That's cool. Well, Chad, I think that we should remind everyone that we are starting our newsletter next week. So you guys who are here listening, please support us, sign up for the newsletter. Also, those who don't check Discord, lots of people are falling out of the cliff like me. And sometimes don't check Discord. We want to create as many points of connection to you. So you can find Dgenz on Instagram, you can find Dgenz on Threads, on X. You can find us in your newsletter, in your inbox. So I just hope that we will get enough points of connections, not to lose you due to algorithm and just deliver useful information. Not gonna spam you, not gonna sell anything to you in this newsletter. We'll provide just some summary of the week, so you see what's going on in crypto, market charts, and maybe just some tips for those who want to trade, who are interested to trade. I want to provide some more information for the beginners like me. So only useful stuff, don't worry. And you can sign up for free, and you can unsubscribe any moment. It's also free. So we'll be happy to have you there.
Yeah, that would be stupid to unsubscribe. Yeah, it would be stupid to unsubscribe. Yeah, right.
Or should you unsubscribe?
Yeah, I'm gonna unsubscribe myself. Like, oh my god, I got a week to get this thing ready. I'm gonna unsubscribe myself from the newsletter. But I put it on the screen. If anybody's interested in a free newsletter, you can go to that website, and it is absolutely free. So,
Yeah. Lots of news. for
question is,
the community?
have you bought any NFTs lately?
No, Charles, I have no idea where my ledger is even. I kind of hide it after the last track, so I don't want to see it. I need to buy a new one because I'm so upset with this one. I cannot open it. Like, see Ledger Live, all my coins connected and zero balances because, like, I still don't have an answer how my last track happened. So, sorry, didn't buy any NFTs.
You know, it's funny.
What should I buy?
I don't. Well, I have a couple things. One, I bet you any money that if I actually checked your ledger, I would actually find your coins that were supposedly rugged and they're still there. That's one. Two, what did I buy?
I will give you the. What would
But
you
I was
buy?
going to say the other thing is I haven't bought anything particularly because I don't know if anything's going to get any traction. I'm just curious.
Yeah.
Is Frogana, whatever you call that project, is that farmed project? Because it has insane volume. Is it like 2,687 sales in one day? Is it like a farming project? I don't understand this. Do you see this? Like, I don't understand it.
But I keep looking at them. What are they doing? And this is the thing. Like, they're still there. So it's interesting. Terry, do you have any insight on Frogana?
No, I don't. I don't follow them. No, I'm still here.
I don't follow them.
It's so weird though, isn't it? Like, it feels like
Terry,
it
do you
gets
buy
so much volume, but
I'm having a hard time hearing in Stylus. It sounds like
Terry,
you're
do you
breaking
buy
up.
yeah, she threw the phone into the water. I thought it was only me, but I'm glad you're hearing the same thing. Yeah, she
Okay.
threw the phone in the water. It's okay. We'll give her the pass. But it sounds like honestly you're swimming with your phone, and from time to time it goes a little aquatic on us. You know,
She put it in the fishbowl.
that's exactly it. I'll get a better reception in the fishbowl. So let's try that. Maybe she's trying to cool it off, like we were suggesting to do that. But yeah, I'm just going through all these NFT projects and seeing where they are at, you know. And I'm wondering what's up with that Frogana project. Is this just a farming project? Is it, Mad Lads are down to 38 SOL. They're dipping. I mean, everything's dipping. It's pretty remarkable. Famous Foxes. The gods, of course, they went up and they went all the way down again. They were at 3,000, all the way down. So
I'm surprised actually that they that they haven't come up a little bit, because people traded some of their NFTs for the coin, and that didn't really work out so well.
Well, they're upset
But I thought
because they expected things to go up, right? And never did. And it's like, what do you guys expect? I don't know. It's not the time to do that.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what the well, I mean, obviously the goal was to make a whole ton of money there. I just don't think that was really well. It was either not very well planned or not very well executed, and I'm not close enough to it to really know. I'm not involved. I just didn't have any interest in it, so didn't really follow along too closely. I'm sure there are other people that could fill us in on that.
Our friends at OK Bears, let's see that chart. I'm curious to see how that's working. I mean, we're all waiting for the NFT bull run, right? Everyone's stacking whatever NFTs they could, right? And, we will get to this level at some point, which is like $1,700 per initially. And then, maybe we'll jump up to here, but add your NFTs now, right? So just in case we end up going crazy again, which is a quite possibility, because think about it, there's going to be a trickle down effect into NFTs. I'm firm about this, because think about all the people that are going to make a lot of money from Soul being, say, $600 or even $800, right? They're going to move that money into something else, and they're going to try to move it into NFTs. Meme coins is going to be stupid, because why would you want to do that? You know, they've already had their cycle. It's going to be NFTs again, and they're going to look for like VGods and SMBs and OK Bears, anything that has a lot of volume or has lots of volume before. And you'll be stupid not to be buying stuff now, like especially when things are down this much, right? If you truly believe in the project, or you believe in our project, you should be buying things, you know, and waiting it out, because that's the only thing you can do at this point, right? Yeah, so that's what I'm doing, at least. Buying and holding, buying and holding. Well, sometimes buy something really nice and hold and see if it pops. But yeah, the next on my list to buy, I think, is a Cryto. I'm going to, I mean, it's an interesting looking chart too. And they're doing great things. If you guys already know, they're expanding their reach in, I think, Instagram and TikTok. I mean, they recently posted they had a reel that earned 1.5 million views. So they're moving along, right? And I think, you know, can we get something like this where we have a run to, I don't know, say $8,000 per NFT? I think there's a world to be had in that sense. You know, when the NFTs do end up coming back, it's going to go. Maybe we get to 12,000. I don't know. But it's going to be fun to see, because we're going to be here every single week to dissect the NFT world if it gets to that point. On that note, any parting words, Terry? We're waiting for your shitcoins. I don't know if you had a chance to take a look at any, but I know we lost the stylus for good. I think that phone drowned. I think that needs to be thrown in some rice. Oh, there you go. Awesome. Let me know when you're ready. And we're waiting for Terry to share his screen on some shitcoins. I'm looking forward to it, actually. All right, while we wait,
says I'm sharing my screen.
Oh, I'll throw it on. I didn't know you're ready. Okay, there you are.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, no problem. I must have been muted when I answered that real quick. Okay, so here's one tech note down. You know, had a nice pop this morning, came down. We're just looking for it to develop some support in here. It's below the point of control, right? So that's the area where, right near VWAP too. So that's the area where there's very much an agreement on price. As long as the action remains below it, you can't be too particularly bearish, but we are seeing a little bit of a turn up in momentum. I expect it to kind of bounce around down here a little bit and hopefully build. I do like the fact that this is a little cuppy. So what we look for, ideally, I don't know if it's going to come up and challenge this 270 yet, but I'd like to see a challenge to pivot up here and then come back and put in a higher low on that one. We got XO. XO is kind of the same thing. XO went way up, right? So we had this really big pop, and now it's just in that long runoff. We were kind of, I was just kind of looking at this sort of a descending cup formation here. We didn't really get the handle on it. What we got was a pop up a little bit higher. So it might actually be more accurate to call this the cut part, because this looks a little more handly. But again, same thing, waiting on something to develop here. It looks like our momentum is probably going to turn around fairly quickly. So maybe bottom, yeah, right around here, maybe right around 250. Look for some support to start to develop on that one. Memes AI super strong this morning. You know, a lot of people looking to get into this one again. They're looking for an entry on it. We just get a little dip back. There we go. Sorry about that. Get a little dip back on that one. I don't know. I think we probably will get a wick down here to maybe like 16 million or something. Maybe like half of this last run, right? Which is where. I guess that would put us, yeah, maybe around 15 million. Actually, I don't have a half on that one. XVI, well, we got our little run out XVI. I challenged that the prior high pretty close to it. It looks like a bit of a swing failure pattern here. Look for a deep retrace on that, probably down below 4 million. And then I keep an eye on momentum. This one could have another try up. A lot of times though, they get back here, they try this, they have that swing failure, and that's just it. It's the slow grind down afterwards. This one's still pretty new, so it might have some hope in it. Gina just went insane this morning on the show. Well, right during the show here. So we were watching it pop around and stuff, and it just straight went ripping, and then it just dumped back out. So it's probably done, to be honest with you. I mean, we could have a nice petty bounce. You could even get up to like 800,000 or so. Come back and challenge VWAP, but
RIP.
I wouldn't wait. Yeah, I wouldn't wait on this one myself. And smoking chicken fish. Here's one that we've been watching for a while. I didn't know a lot of people were watching this. The thing I don't like about this is we kind of have this this rising channel. This does have a little bit of a cup formation or Adam and Eve. I just don't like these as reversal patterns, right? I guess the Adam and Eve may be a little bit better, but the cups, I don't like them as reversal patterns. They're much better as continuation patterns. I think what we're probably going to see is a rise back up, maybe a check in the midline area, so like 80, 90 million or something, and then probably another test down and probably continuation down from there. I don't expect a whole lot from this one either. Even though it was so popular and it could have a second run, it just the lifespan of tokens is so short. The attention span of the people who are involved in them is so short that the rotation is just really quick. Something else comes along, there's a new price shiny every 5 minutes. So that was a super quick rundown.
That was awesome. Thank you, Terry. Man, you guys some names. I tell you, I love it. It's like, I get surprised every time. Like, oh, okay, that exists. Oh, okay. So I really appreciate you doing this every single time, and I absolutely learn a lot from you as well. So thank you again, Terry.
My pleasure.
Okay, so that takes us to the end of the stream, guys. Thank you again for joining us for Dgenz Crypto Weekly in episode 57. If you haven't had a chance to join us in our Dgenz NFT community, go ahead and click that Discord button, a Discord link, and we will see each other in our community and in our Discord. Thank you again, everyone. Thank you, Terry. Thank you, Instalis. And let's do this again next week for episode 58. Bye, everyone.
Dgenz Crypto Weekly. Let's go. Dgenz Crypto Weekly. Let's go. Dreaming of Crypto Weekly. Ooh. Needing those gains so quickly. Oh, yeah. Let's break through the chains as we're so feeling strained. No. Dreaming of Crypto Weekly. Oh, yeah. Crypto Weekly, here we come. Making dollars on the run. Speaking freely, also dearly, quite clearly. Our shit coins are getting spun. Dreaming of Crypto Weekly. Ooh. Needing those gains so quickly. Oh, yeah. Let's break through the chains as we're so feeling strained. Dreaming of Crypto Weekly. Oh, yeah. Sure, let's get it right. We got it solid on the dials, making everyone smile. Terry's got the magic touch, showing shit coins that are much to be desired and loved, like teddy bears and hugs. We collect them all, no dumping. Anyone tell me when they're pumping?